Hey everybody, it's me Rap. I'm a student RN and you're a future nurse. Now, if you're thinking about going to nursing school but you have no clue where to begin, well, I got some 4 tips and steps for you to take so that you can be closer to becoming a nurse. Number 1, go talk to an actual nurse or student nurse. Go talk to that person and don't be shy asking that person, man. I mean, this is your life. You're trying to figure out what you want to do in your life. You're trying to figure out what you want to do with your career, your future. Go ask that person, start a conversation with them. And you know what? More often than not, the person that you're asking, they'll actually be flattered and be happy to share the experiences with you, their thoughts, their feelings on how school was, and if they're already working, they'll be happy to share with you what it's like to be an actual nurse. If you ask that person, sometimes you'll be able to gather information that you won't be able to get on the internet alone. So ask that person, we'll start a conversation. No big deal. Find information about it. Remember, this is your life. Number 2, pick your end goal. Now, I didn't know that the nursing field has so many different career pathways that somebody could go to. You could be an LPN, you could be a registered nurse, you could be an ER nurse, you could work as a nurse practitioner, as a primary care provider, you can be a nurse anesthetist, you could be a nurse anesthetist. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. Like, there's so many different ways, there's so many different fields, there's so many different pathways for you to go to. And to get to those pathways, that specific one, you have to follow specific steps. For example, for me, I want to be an RN, and I thought that best choice for me was to take an associate's degree. It only takes 2 years of schooling, finish my associate's, pass the license, and work as a registered nurse. Go search it up. There's so many different programs out there. For example, if you want to become an LPN or LVN, some programs takes only a year to a year and a half. ADN RN, which I'm taking, which stands for Associate's Degree of Nursing, or you could take a BSN, which takes 3 years of schooling, but you're already BSN, and of course there's like pros and cons. Or if you want to decide that you want to become a primary care provider as a nurse, yes, you can do that as a nurse. You can be a primary care provider, you can prescribe medication, you could be a nurse practitioner. I believe in the future will require entry-level nurse practitioner. In addition to having an MSN, Master's of Science in Nursing, you also have to be a doctor's of nursing practice. Or you can make 6 figures. You can have a 6-figure income, a nurse anesthetist. They actually make that much money. And though different pathways, they have different steps. Number 3, find a school that would support your end goal. Like, for example, my school, as far as nursing field, they only offer a 2-year program. Because not every school have a bachelor's degree program. Not every school have a doctor of nursing practice or an associate's degree or an LPN program. There's some schools out there where you could be an LPN, and then there's some bridge program where you are already LPN and then transition into an RN with a shorter amount of time. Or there's some schools out there where you could be an RN and have your BSN in a shorter amount of time. You know, such as an accelerated program, RN to BSN program, or even going to school with only associate's degree of RN to master's straight, like a bridge program. In addition to finding a school that offers your end goal, you also want to find out how long it would take to finish that program. Like for me, I wanted to get out in the workforce quickly, so I picked ADN, a 2-year program. You also want to know what are the prerequisites for you to get into an actual nursing program. They might include like anatomy, physiology 1 and 2, nutrition class, psychology, sociology, English 101, English 102, college algebra, etc. And you also want to find out if you already have some college credits, find out if you could transfer those classes, because some of your classes that you took before might satisfy those prerequisites and could possibly shorten the amount of time for you to finish your program, and that's always good. And also, along with finding a school, you also want to figure out how much it is to attend that school. You want to find out the tuition. I just want to say something real quick with this one. Like, do not be realistic with this one. Like, really dream big. If you really want to become a nurse and you think your finances is going to hold you back, don't let that get into you. Like, go take that loan, trust me, it's worth it. Look, I'm taking a loan. And think of it this way, borrowing money, taking a school loan, look at it as self-investment. It's definitely worth it. And one of the final thing about looking for a school, go visit that school physically. Go set up an appointment with an admission advisor. You want to ask him questions that you didn't find online. And one of the most important things too, when you're visiting the school, because you're actually in that physical place, is this the place where I really want to be in? Could I see myself walking in these halls, looking at these classes, taking my classes here, spending 2 years or 4 years or whatever, being in this class, being in this place? Yeah, go ask yourself that question. Like, does it feel right? And one final thing, you want to make sure that school is accredited by the Middle State, or accredited just for you to write your exam and become a licensed nurse. The final one, the fourth one is commit first, figure out the rest later. Now, take this last advice with a grain of salt, and I got this from Grant Cardone. Commit first, figure out the rest later. And this last advice actually what made me decide to actually go to nursing school. But when I decided that I wanted to go to school, I was in Starbucks with my brother. He was studying LPN program. I just Googled nursing program and typed in my zip code. Bam! First thing that showed up was 5 minutes away from my school. I put my little information in there. I found out that they have an associate's degree program, which was great. I set up an advisor with them. They told me that I gotta pass the HESI, I gotta study for that stuff, and I just went. And here I am, I'm halfway done, and I'm so happy that I took that decision. And even though I'm like halfway done in the school, there's definitely some negatives about that school, that if I knew everything about that school, would definitely delay my progress to becoming an RN. Sometimes you just need to know just a little bit of information just for you to push forward, just for you to take action. Sometimes you don't need to know everything. And to be honest, I didn't even know what I was getting into, and to be honest, I didn't even know if I was gonna pass the HESI. I didn't even know if I was quote unquote smart enough. Like 10 years ago, I went to UMass Boston. I was a music major and I failed. I got like D's, I got like C's. And I decided that this is what I want to do. So I just commit, I put some dedication into it. Dude, you can do it too. You can do it too. And one last thing. Hey man, I really hope that you enjoyed that video. One final tip for you, one final message for you. And if you're on the fence whether you want to go to nursing school or not, look, I did not want to be a nurse. I did not want to go to nursing school. I did not want to do it. But trust me, if you're just slightly thinking about it, go for it, man. Just do it. Trust me, forget any financial limitation that you think you might have. Do it, dude. Brand new year, 2019. By the time that this video will be published, it'll be probably 2019 already. So happy freaking new year. Go do something for your life. Go make a self-investment. Go back to school. Go back to nursing school. Trust me, you'll love it. You enjoy learning about the human body. You enjoy learning about giving care, different types of care. I love it. I hated it. I did not want to be in the nursing field. I did not want to be in the healthcare field. But now I love it. So, I don't know, it might be the same for you, but one final message. Just do it, man. One final message. P.S. Hit that subscribe button. Peace. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button.